Hey everybody, just wanted to have a quick chat about something that's come up for me when I was working with one of my one-on-one clients, and we're going through talking about identities. Now, what is an identity? An identity for me is the behaviors that we create, the actions that we take. It's actually choosing who we are. We have our identity. It's around the person that we are, the way that we are, the beliefs that we have, the way that we act. It's all forming that identity of who we are. But as we start to change, those identities shift. Our identity comes around the way that we think about ourselves as well. And so some of those identities that we have work for us and some of them don't. And so what I wanted to talk about briefly was, what is the identity that you have? Is that identity really working for you? Because some of those don't. Some of them we don't realize what it actually means. So for some of them we just say we just don't want to be working in a job. Some people say we just don't want to be broke. And what it is creating is this identity that we do want to be just not broke, or we want to be just getting enough money in, or we're just trying to be enough of something. So if we have the identity of I don't want to be broke, then you end up creating a situation where you're just outside of broke all the time. Your whole way of being is all about I don't want to be broke. So what you do is you start generating enough income, you start saving enough money until you're at the place that you're not broke. If you start getting past that, if you start getting into, I've got a whole lot of excess of money here, I've actually started a new job, got more money come in, then your body's like, that's not right, me, that's not right, things aren't right, we've got to get back to where we know we want to be, so where we're comfortable. And it's not happening consciously for you, it's happening unconsciously. And so you end up back in the situation where you're broke, and so you end up oscillating in this pattern where I've just got enough money, and then I haven't, and then I have that I haven't. Because when you've got enough money, you then got to get back to the situation where you're broke so you can get out of it and just getting out of it. And so if you're wanting to save money, you're trying to get a house, you're trying to create or save for Christmas presents or whatever you're trying to do, it's really, really tough, because that identity of actually having excess money, having extra time, extra whatever it is you're trying to create, is not part of that reality. It's not who you are. It's not comfortable. And so what your body does is it wants to keep you safe. It wants to keep you in a place where feels good. And so if your identity is not broke, place of being feeling good is just above broke. But what is it? You're never going to sit there, so you oscillate around that area. Whereas if we can change that identity, if we're actually choosing a true goal, we've seen me talk about this previously about a true goal, choosing a goal that you're going for, to actually have a life of fun, of ease, or whatever it is, or going into, in terms of money, actually having enough money for holidays, saving, you actually have a goal that's positive. It's something that, I want to have $10,000 saved for a holiday or something like this. You're getting into that mindset of, I'm seeing myself in that future place. I'm choosing an identity of having enough, having an abundance, having what I want to have created in my life. And when you start choosing that as your identity, things start to shift. As you start to have some extra money in, you're no longer having your natural tendencies, spending that money or getting rid of it or wasting it in certain ways. And so it's choosing that identity. What is the identity that you have for yourself? What is the identity that you're choosing for yourself? And how can you choose an identity which is really going to benefit you, an identity that's going to allow you to actually create that abundance in your life, to create what you really want, choosing that true goal, rather than being a negative and away from something, away from poverty, away from not having enough money, away from not having all these things, choosing a true goal, choosing that identity of yourself, of seeing yourself, having what you want, seeing what you want, and creating that feeling of, yes, that is the person that I want to be. That's the person that I am. And when you start getting into the feeling of, that's who I am now, what would it feel like? Feeling that now, you can actually make that identity stick. You can make that identity who you are. You're choosing it, and you're attracting in what you want. And you're not going to have your unconscious mind play out and sabotage that. So it's letting go of all those things that are not serving you, letting go of those identities that are not serving you, and choosing, who do you want to be? What are you wanting to create? And really going for it. I got sent a message today. It's 7 sleeps till Christmas. It's coming up really fast. There's going to be holidays. I'm going to be taking a bit of a break over Christmas. and taking some time off. I've got some time with my kids. We're going away camping. We're doing a few other things. So I'll have a little bit of a break from Facebook Lives over that time. But in the meantime, I hope you guys have got your Christmas shopping done. I hope you're getting things all organised, and I look forward to having a really fun, relaxing holiday season. We'll see you all soon.